Once upon a time, in the heart of Nigeria, there was a kingdom known for its lush forests and sparkling rivers. The kingdom was ruled by a kind king, but his daughter, Princess Ada, was known far and wide for her wicked ways. Princess Ada was beautiful, with eyes like polished coal and a smile that could light up the darkest room. But her heart was cold, and she treated her people with arrogance and cruelty. She would order the villagers to bring her the rarest flowers from the deepest parts of the forest, and if they failed, she would punish them without mercy. The people of the kingdom whispered her name with fear, and children would hush their cries lest the wicked princess heard them. Even the animals of the forest stayed clear of the palace, for they too knew of Ada's harshness. One day, a brave young man named Imik decided that enough was enough. He was tired of seeing his family and friends suffer under Ada's commands. Imik had a plan to teach the princess a lesson, to show her that kindness and love were far stronger than any wickedness. He would invite Princess Ada to a feast, one that he claimed would honor her greatness. The princess, flattered by the attention, agreed without hesitation. The day of the feast arrived, and the whole village gathered, their eyes wide with curiosity. Imik welcomed Princess Ada with a grand bow, and she sat upon a throne that was set up in the village square. As the feast began, Imik served the princess the finest dishes, each one more delicious than the last. But with every bite she took, the princess began to feel something strange. It wasn't the food that was changing her, but the stories that Imik told as she ate. With each dish, Imik told a tale of the villagers' kindness and bravery. He spoke of the fisherman who shared his catch with those who had none, the farmer who worked tirelessly to feed the kingdom, and the weaver whose hands crafted the clothes on the princess's back. As the stories unfolded, Princess Ada's eyes opened to the lives of her people. She saw their struggles, their joys, and their unwavering spirit. For the first time, she felt a warmth in her heart that wasn't there before. The feast ended, and the princess stood up, her eyes no longer cold but shining with tears. She thanked Imik for the feast and the stories, and in front of all the villagers, she vowed to be a better princess. From that day on, Princess Ada was known not for her wickedness, but for her kindness and generosity. She worked alongside her people, learned their names, and shared in their lives. And the kingdom, once overshadowed by fear, now thrived in love and unity. As the days turned into weeks, Princess Ada's transformation amazed everyone. The palace, once a place of dread, became a home of hope. The princess, who had never lifted a finger, now walked in the fields alongside her people. Her laughter mingling with theirs under the warm Sunday, but not everyone was pleased with the change. The royal advisor, a cunning man named Obi, saw the princess's kindness as weakness. He missed the days when fear ruled the kingdom, and he hatched a plan to turn things back to the way they were. He whispered lies into the ears of neighboring kingdoms, telling them that the princess's newfound goodness was a trick, a way to lower their guards before she struck. And so, with heavy hearts, the neighboring kings decided to test Ada's sincerity. They sent a challenge to the kingdom, a contest of wisdom and courage. More difficult than the last. If she failed, her kingdom would have to pay a heavy price. The first trial was to solve the riddle of the baobab, a puzzle that had baffled the wisest of sages. The second was to retrieve the feather of the silent eagle, a creature no one had ever seen. And the third, well, the third trial was a secret, only to be revealed if she passed the first two. Princess Ada accepted the challenge, her spirit unbroken. She studied ancient texts for the riddle and ventured into the deepest forest for the eagle. The people watched, their hearts filled with both pride and fear. As Princess Ada prepared for her trials, a young villager named Ngozi discovered Obi's treachery. She knew she had to warn the princess, but how could she, a simple villager, expose the royal advisor's deceit? Ngozi, with determination in her heart, decided to seek the help of the village's oldest and wisest woman, Ezin. Ezin was known for her ability to see the truth where others could not, and Ngozi believed she could help reveal Obi's deceit. Together, they devised a plan. Ezin would craft a potion that would compel anyone who drank it to speak only the truth for a day. Ngozi would then find a way to make Obi drink the potion during the royal feast that was to be held before Ada's trials. The night of the feast arrived, and the palace was filled with laughter and music. Ngozi, disguised as a server, moved through the crowd with grace, her eyes fixed on Obi. As fate would have it, she found her chance when Obi demanded a drink to quench his thirst. With a swift motion, Ngozi poured the potion into his cup and offered it to him with a bow. Obi drank deeply, unaware of the magic that now flowed through him. As the potion took effect, he began to boast loudly of his cleverness and his plans to overthrow the princess. The entire court heard his confession, and gasps of shock echoed through the hall. The king, furious at the betrayal, ordered Obi to be taken away. The kingdom was now united more than ever, their trust in Princess Ada stronger than before. With Obi's plot foiled, the neighboring kings, impressed by the unity and honesty of Ada's kingdom, withdrew their challenge. Princess Ada, now free from the trials, focused on leading her people with wisdom and compassion. She turned the kingdom into a land of prosperity and peace, where every voice was heard, and every hand was helped. As the kingdom flourished under Princess Ada's kind rule, the story of her transformation spread across lands far and wide. People from neighboring kingdoms came to see if the tales were true. And they found a princess who walked among her people, not as a ruler, but as a friend. One day, a great festival was held to celebrate the unity and prosperity of the kingdom. Dancers twirled in colorful robes, drummers beat rhythms that echoed the heartbeat of the earth, and storytellers wove tales that danced in the air like fireflies at dusk. Princess Ada stood before her people, her heart full of gratitude. She spoke of the lessons she had learned, of the power of kindness, and the strength found in humility. She thanked Imik, Ngozi, and Ezin for their bravery and wisdom, and she promised to serve her people with love and fairness for all her days. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with strokes of orange and purple, the festival came to a close. The people returned to their homes, their hearts light and their spirits high, and so, our story ends, but the lessons it leaves behind are timeless. We learn that true leadership is found in serving others, that change is possible for all who seek it, and that the greatest strength lies in a compassionate heart. The moral of our tale? No matter how dark the night, the dawn will break, and with it comes the chance for a new beginning. And with those words, the story of the once wicked princess becomes a legend, a beacon of hope for all who believe in the power of transformation and the enduring light of goodness.